Yeah, this
looks
is
like we're getting into it. Yeah.
this is not a button check. I'm excited to see how this goes. I haven't seen a whole lot of Little Mac in this game, but I know he can do a ton of damage when he's left to his own devices.
So, but you know, Lil Mac's kind of awful because his ground game's not even like the best in the game. He literally doesn't have an air game. Like his recovery is horrible. He's fast, I guess. So there it is. That's one thing.
I feel like if you're going to pull out Little Mac, you maybe need a better teammate for him than Captain Falcon. I can't think of a whole bunch of things that synergize well between Little Mac and Captain Falcon.
I'd agree with that.
But they made it farther than we did, so they probably know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Not doing too terribly right now, but Captain Falcon getting knocked off stage, leaving Little Mac to a 1v2. Pichu actually getting knocked off now, but giving Red's team stage advantage for now.
It just looks like Lil Mac doesn't really have the tools to survive for his own or help his teammate when he's in dire situations.
I wonder if they're picking it just for the KO punch. Like, I'd imagine that's probably a pretty good tool in teams if you can use it. Like, it's a lot better than it is in singles, but he ends up losing it there. Can't even make use of it.
Yeah, well, you can like team combo into it and stuff, right? But you can also just like lose it if someone hits you too much. And up smash actually gonna take it.
Yeah, that wasn't a terribly high percent either, but they are even. And in fact, I'd probably argue they have a bit of a lead given who was the last person to lose a stock. Fantastic attack there, manages to kill Pichu, giving them a good lead. I don't know how they brought it down this fast, but they're actually doing a whole bunch of work. I haven't seen Little Mac do anything extraordinary, but he's just kind of throwing out some solid smash attacks and making a whole bunch happen with it.
Actually holding down out of the Pichu down smash, which makes you not take all the hits of it, so you can escape it. And there's the KO punch actually hitting that tiny little mouse, right? Okay.
That was a genius team combo by Fizz and Rubino, though. Maybe giving them a chance in this game. Let's see what they can make happen. Falcon kicks to get center stage, but blue team has the advantage for now. Ends up pushing red team off to the side. This is probably where I'd imagine they struggle the most once they lose stage advantage. All right, they're able to get center stage again. Now Paulatina is down there.
Just kind of raw up B actually coming out there from Captain Falcon. I think he was trying to look on to catch someone and get like a jank early kill, because that can kill off the side if you're in the right spot.
All right, now you see, ooh, Little Mac gets spiked off stage. Red team managing to lose their advantage here. And now it's going to be really rough for Captain Falcon. He can get a solid hit, but most of the stuff is going to be really lagging fast enough for Pichu to punish, even if he does manage to kill Rubino. Goes for a down smash in the spot dodge, doesn't get hit for it. Gets an up B, almost enough to kill Rubino. That was a good idea too, is it puts him in the air and makes it a little bit less laggy and some of his other kill options. Rubino gonna go for the up air and it ends up getting the kill. Now we did see this team play earlier, and they actually were using a different team composition, so I'm not thrilled about the Little Mac. I'd like to see them switch. I mean, it didn't play terribly, but when paired with the Captain Falcon, they just lose out on so many different areas. Off stage is probably pretty weak for them. Anything disadvantage, honestly.
Yeah, those two characters kind of have awful disadvantage. I can't really think if Lil Mac has that much of an advantage either. Like, he just struggles a lot, and I feel like against Palutina and Pichu, they can just bully him a lot, like, because Pichu can catch up if Lil Mac whiffs something, and Palutina can just outspace Lil Mac.
That's true. I feel like Little Mac does get a little bit of a buff in teams, strictly because he's able to get raw smash attacks, and he does a good amount of damage when he's able to just throw out attacks like that. But the second that they lose advantage state, like, he's going to get spiked off stage, especially against two characters. It can be so hard to recover. Anyways, let's see what they end up picking here. Hopefully they end up switching characters, but assuming they stay the same characters, what stage do you think our boys in red team is going to pick?
I feel like Lil Mac really gets a boost off picking Final Destination or Kalos, because he can get platform camped really easily, especially like in this game. So if he just has that room to run around and just kind of like throw out moves, then I feel like he's in a better spot.
They actually stick with the same team comp, and they go to Pokemon. I don't think it's a terrible pick. It gives them a lot of room to run around, but it makes it even harder when blue team manages to get center stage for them to come back. There's no like platforms like Kalos has to help you back on this stage to recover, and there's just so much room for blue team to sort of hold space. Even if you manage to get a neutral win, they'll still have all the center stage. So Little Mac winning in just with a dash attack right off the bat, ends up switching targets to Fizz. And he's getting some good hits in there, and they've actually managed to get center stage for now, but Fizz with a string of up airs manages to bring it back in their favor. Tries to go for a side B charge, doesn't make it much happen.
Yeah, actually the super armor on that neutral beast helps him when landing, and he didn't get hit by the Pichu back air because of it. I didn't think they had super armor in there because, you know, you're not an air fighter on that, right? But I suppose I was proven wrong, and actually a check chase from him and hitting that KO punch.
Good KO punch, but fantastic follow-up by Fizz getting a double F smash. Not enough to kill at these percents yet, but at least get some damage back. What another smash attack, or just attack from Little Mac. And this is really kind of looking bad for blue team, honestly. I don't know what happened. It was like this at the start of last match, too, so it's really
I feel like
interesting.
the Little Mac is just playing really smart. Like, he got a down tilt, and Pichu landed on the platform, so he jumped at the edge of the platform and then side beat the other way, and just covered every option he had. Like, it was really smart.
He's just kind of waiting. He's just standing in the center of the stage, waiting for his teammate to be attacked, and then goes in with some sort of smash attack or special attack, and ends up destroying blue team. Red team still hasn't lost the stock, and blue team is on the verge of losing their second ones. Good down smash from Fizz to cover lots of the options, and throws Little Mac off stage, gets the side back air. So they managed to take the stocks, but they're at really high percents. And versus Little Mac, Captain Falcon, who aren't lacking in kill power by any means, this is going to be really dangerous. Almost gets the attack from Little Mac there, but just barely misses. Goes for a stomp knee. Misses the confirm. Pichu's light, so it's probably not the same as it is for other characters. Still a smash attack, though, from Little Mac gonna end the stock. Blue team on their last stocks with a pretty hefty lead for red team, and what we were thinking was probably a pretty bad matchup. Now, Fizz has a lot of characters. What do you think about him picking Pichu here? I guess it removes a lot of the combo potential because he's kind of light, but a smash attack at like 10, I mean, you're gonna have a dead rat.
Yeah, like, I agree with what he's doing. Pichu can edge guard, Pichu can kill, Pichu can do like everything but live, and like his low weight allows him to get out of the range of some Captain Falcon kill confirms a lot earlier than some other characters.
Now they're at their high percents, though. Blue team has been doing a good job of not taking too terribly much damage, but they need to finish these stocks like pretty fast. Captain Falcon getting a good aerial string, but almost SDs. That was really close. I thought he was going to throw away a stock there. Blue team now at a pretty hefty percent, and they've actually taken way too much damage at this point. They need to finish these stock 50% ago. They were looking at prime position to do it, but they end up just getting hit by Captain Falcon tons.
Again with a DI down to escape the down smash from Captain Falcon. Great reactions to that, and you can just escape that and not die because of it if you react fast. And now Rubino is left with a two-stock scenario where he's like at high percent, and like one strong hit can take him out.
Yeah, I mean, Palutena is a good 2v1 character and does have a good amount of tools, but this is just looking, yeah, this is over.
Alright, the grab and just hitting the pummel button into the up smash from Little Mac coming out.
The more I'm watching this, the more I think Little Max is actually a pretty good teams character. Like, he's got a lot of good smash attacks. His bad recovery doesn't punish him too much in teams.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that. I was really doubting just this pick in general from, like, what's his face into Lil Mac, but he seems to just be working with it and taking out one of the strongest teams in New Mexico.
That's true. Well, it is 1-1. Let's see. And that was their counter pick, too.
Yeah.
What do you think about maybe Battlefield or something? Like getting rid of all the room where they can run on?
I like stages that are small and have platforms. I like Light, I like Battlefield, I like Yoshi's Story.
Yeah, those all seem like pretty solid picks to me. If I had to guess, it'd probably be Battlefield. They'd probably ban Lila and Yoshi's Story. At least I would if I was them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we might see them go to, like, if that's not their preference, they might end up going to Town and City.
Town and City is good for these characters, though, but it honestly just does depend on your preference.
That's true.
Because, like, we saw in the first match, like, Lil Mac was able to just not be knocked off stage because the stage was so big that if he got hit by an attack most of the time, that he was just mad chilling right there, and you're like, okay.
How do you feel about Smashville then?
I'm also can get down with Smashville or Yoshi's Brawl. I feel like this team composition has a lot of bad stages. I feel like their only good stages are Town and City, Kalos, and FD.
Yeah,
and maybe Pokemon, because they did just win on there after all.
Yeah, Unova's not legal in this rule set, so that's going to be a stage that's potentially good for them.
Yeah, Unova not being legal is really stupid, but Yoshi's Brawl is legal, because, yeah, why not? Freak you too, right?
Alright, it does end up being Battlefield. So we kind of saw that one coming, and do you think Fizz is going to switch at all? We know he has a lot of characters. He has the Wolf, he has the Mario, he has the Pac-Man if he decides to bring it out.
I think he's going to stay.
I think he will too, but I'd really like to see the Pac-Man versus these two characters. Like, just throws out projectiles. The Hydrant's going to be a huge pain in the butt. I don't think he'll do it. It's too...
Actually pulling out a Mario here.
Ends up going Mario. I can get behind this too. Mario is pretty good at interrupting recoveries with things like Fireball, Cape. He can go off stage and throw out some back airs pretty easily, and does have his forward air spike, which is pretty good against predictable recoveries. And he's not as light as Pichu, and throwing Fireballs probably is really annoying against this team with no projectiles. Nothing to really combat that besides running in. That being said, they are in Battlefield. It is a pretty small stage. Let's see what happens in Game 3. Little Mac, funnily enough, getting spawned at the bottom when the match starts, so he's already able to just run around. Doesn't have to worry about getting down from a platform or anything like that. But Captain Falcon is getting comboed pretty hard off stage. He's already at 52%, manages to take back center stage with his teammates.
So, things I noticed when I watch Fizz and Rubino play is that they're very dominant with their team combos a lot of times. But in this set, they just don't seem to be picking up their team combos as much as they usually are, which may be a cause for concern.
That's true. They're also kind of separating it in just two 1v1s, which I really don't think we should do versus this team. Like, exploit their disadvantage. Just go for a little bit more campy of a play style. And that being said, when red team's together, like, they're getting tons of good hits. We already got a KO punch from Little Mac. Let's see if he can get it off. Waiting for his teammate to get hit. I really like what he's doing. He's patiently waiting. Ends up missing just barely.
And actually getting that F throw into up smash kill confirmed, kind of disgusting actually.
Yeah, and that's what you were talking about earlier with the team combos. They really had that set up good. And there was a bunch of jabs in there, so I feel like the teammate maybe could have done something, but I don't know. Captain Falcon throwing out a down smash, managing to get Fizz off stage.
Actually parrying the fireball, and it actually hurt him in the long run. He just gets hit by the jab. And just such raunchy smash attacks, just taking socks.
I have both these players tagged, but neither of them are using their actual names, so I can't tell who's who, unfortunately. Well, it is a pretty even game, ignoring the fact that Little Mac's at 100-something%. Fizz tries to go for a raw F smash, ends up getting F tilt by Captain Falcon. Blue team takes center stage, and this is looking really rough now that red team can't move around. Fizz is kind of just walling him out and letting Rubino follow up whenever Fizz does end up getting hit. Pretty good down smash there. Let's see what more red team can make happen. Goes for a good F smash, and they're doing good amounts of damage. They just can't seem to keep the stage control, and even when they have it, they're not moving around just because it's Battlefield. That was a pretty clutch recovery by Little Mac. I thought for sure he was dead there. He's almost got a second KO punch. He's at 151%, so I don't think he'll get it. But if he does manage to get that KO punch, that could be a big game changer. I think the thing that's brought it so close, that's who he is, man. Thank you. Either way, this is a pretty impressive Little Mac. I haven't seen a whole bunch of Little Mac players, but he's going to get back thrown. That's gonna be living. I thought he was for sure he was dead there. And he does have a second KO punch, so if he can make something happen with this. Nope, Fizz ends up narrowing out his shield, taking the stock. Pretty even game though regardless. Let's see who can do the most here. Captain Falcon at pretty high %, but Rubino dies first. We are a dead even game, ladies and gentlemen. Little Mac stuck on the platforms, kind of getting comboed pretty hard there. Good up air string by Fizz, but Little Mac makes it to the ground at 71%, almost has his KO punch. This could be a huge here. If Little Mac gets his KO punch, they're both at kill % now.
All right, Captain Falcon barely misses the up B, actually. That might have killed off the top, honestly. I could see that happening. But the upper strings into up B, unfortunately, this isn't Smash 64. That won't be true.
Captain Falcon doing a good job saving his teammate. Little Mac lost a KO punch. He's actually been off stage every time he's gotten it this game, so it's been kind of a pain to get in there and get a lucky punch. Manages to hold the teammate for long enough to get the up smash from Little Mac. Stuck in a 2v1 now, but Rubino is no slouch, and he's got a pretty good 2v1 character. He only needs to get one quick kill. Blocks the up smash from Little Mac. He's in a dangerous situation. Let's see what he can make happen with his, and he just SDs.
Wow.
Unfortunate.
Wild.
Now, is this a best 3 of 5? It doesn't sound like we're going to